All right, Toronto, it's playoff time, and your defending Stanley Cup champions, the Toronto Maple Leafs, look to win their second Stanley Cup in a row, back-to-back years. That would make us forget about 1967, long time ago now. And in round number one, we're going up against the Buffalo Sabres. But we have an issue here. It's a great divisional game, a great rivalry series here beginning. But I was hoping that it would be the battle of the young American prospects, Jack Eichel versus Austin Matthews. How dirty would that be? But we had a very bad thing happen at the end of the regular season. Austin Matthews went down with 3 injuries. He kept coming back and kept going back down with an injury. So we have no Austin Matthews for more than likely the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. He may make it back for round number 2 if it's a late one, but more than likely you're going to have to get 8 wins without your team's best player. So that's rough, man. Austin Matthews is down. Now let's take a look at what we're going up against. Kyle Okposo, Jack Eichel, and Sam Reinhart on that first line. That is filthy. So you can see Jack Eichel, we're going to be missing Austin Matthews in that first line center position. They got Sam Reinhart, Jack Eichel, and then the power forward goal scoring in Kyle Okposo. Nice first line. Second line, Tyler Ennis, Ryan O'Reilly, and Alexander Nylander. I didn't even mention this. It's the battle of the 2 Nylander brothers. Alex versus William. I almost forgot my own freaking Nylander's first name there. Alex versus William Nylander. So Ryan O'Reilly is a filthy second line center. The wingers could be a little bit better, but again, a very nice top 6 right there. Third line, they picked up Jimmy Vesey. I can't remember how to say that damn name. I'm going to go with Vesey. Jimmy Vesey picks up by the Buffalo Sabres. If you remember, the New York Rangers were offering him to us during the regular season. So he decided to go. Well, I guess he didn't decide to go. The Buffalo Sabres decided to trade for him. So we'll see if that comes back to bite us in the ass. Zemgus Girgensons and Hudson Fashing. There's a new guy. It's a very good third line. 285s and an 84. Very nice. And then the fourth line, Olofsson, Foligno, and Baptiste. So their top 9 is very good. Defensively, Jake McCabe and Rasmus Ristolainen. So they have the superstar defenseman, 91 overall. McCabe, though, a little bit low for a top 2 defensive pairing, 84 overall. Second line, Dmitry Kulikov and Zach Bogosian, an 85 and an 86. Very good for the top 4. And then the third line defensive pairing, Ryan Sproul and Cody Franzen. Cody Franzen wouldn't be bad, but the defensive core could look much better for the Buffalo Sabres. Goaltender, who do they got in the net? They got Ben Bishop and Robin Lehner, so a 90 overall goaltender. So we have our work cut out for us here, boys. We got Frederik Anderson, Harold Bluetooth. Hopefully, the injury bug doesn't bite him this year. He won the Conn Smythe, even though he didn't play in the Stanley Cup Finals. The defensive lineup, we got Morgan Riley versus Rasmus Ristolainen, Ville Polka, 85, only one better than McCabe, so it's actually not that different. Jake Gardner, Connor Carrick, much better second line, and then the third line, Hunwick, only an 81, Cody Franzen, and that other guy, I forget his name. It's pretty even, man, pretty even defensive core, and the offense, I'd give us the edge in offense if we had Austin Matthews, because that would have Mitch Marner as the second line winger. Our wingers would kill theirs. Their third line better than our third line. Our fourth line better than theirs. The first line would be about a tie. So on paper with Austin Matthews, I think we're a slightly better team, but without Austin Matthews, this series could go either way. So, boys, enough talking. We got the Battle of Buffalo and the Battle of the Niagara Falls. There you go. Battle of the Niagara Falls. Toronto versus Buffalo. So here we go. Back out. I just got to remember where I got to go here. So don't worry about Austin Matthews. He's not coming back at all. He'll be watching up in the press box. Our captain, maybe even he'll come down to the locker room and sit with the guys during intermission, give them some pep talks, because he, is a big part of the team. I don't know what he's going to do, boys, but we can't worry about it because he's not going to be back for guaranteed this round. So here we go. On the road, the Buffalo Sabres had the better regular season in Buffalo. First period. Oh my God, we got a shootout here. Alex Nylander, Logan Brown, Nazem Kadri, Cody Eakin, Jake McCabe, and Ryan Sproul. All of these guys get goals in the first period. Shots are 12-10, score is 3-3. Okay, very nice. At least we have some depth goal scoring here. But remember, Matthews brings the defensive side to his game as well, which we're lacking. Second period, the Buffalo Sabres, Rasmus Ristolainen, their goaltender. Frederik Anderson allows 4 goals in the first 21 shots. Not good. Come on now, offense. Third period. Third period, Morgan Rielly. So they get Rasmus to score a goal. We get Morgan Rielly to score a goal. Very even gameplay right here. Power play goes for nothing for Toronto. Third period with 11 minutes left. Shots are 30-24 in favor of the Maple Leafs. Will they be able to find one late? Will they find a hero here in Buffalo? There's plenty of Leaf fans in Buffalo. Come on now, boys. We're the defending Stanley Cup champions, and we get to overtime. So, a crazy shootout in game number 1. Come on, we won the Stanley Cup last year. I know Nazem Kadri, Kasperi Kapanen. I'm trying to remember the overtime winners. I know we got heroes on this team. Let's go, boys. Step on up to the plate. Power play in overtime. It goes for nothing. What a waste. 15 minutes. We got 42 shots on the net. Ben Bishop standing on his head. Both goaltenders have allowed 4 each, but no! The 5th goal of the game for the Toronto Maple Leafs goes to William Nylander in overtime. He gets one on Ben Bishop, and the Toronto Maple Leafs take a 1-0 series lead in round number 1. So Alex Nylander, I think, opened the goal scoring for Buffalo. The Toronto Maple Leafs, they closed the goal scoring with William Nylander. Hell yeah, boys. So Logan Brown, 3-point night. Cody Eakin, 3-point night. Kadri, 2-point. Kasperi Kapanen, 2-point. William Nylander, 2 points. So the question, whether or not the Toronto Maple Leafs, I should have checked 3 stars as well. I want to check both of those, boys, because then you guys can see all the points. Oh my God. Mitch Marner's been injured with a sprained ankle. Estimated return is April 18th. For God's sakes. Well, at least that's not too far away. Hang on a second here. Okay, so that's not a good injury at all, boys. Not only do we lose our first-line center, Austin Matthews, we lost the replacement to our first-line center, Mitch Marner. So 2 first-line centers go down. We have to put William Nylander, who doesn't have the greatest face-off rating, as the first-line center now. I moved Kasperi Kapanen up there, James Van Riemsdyk, Kirby Reichel, Kadri, Logan Brown. So 2 power forwards with Nazem Kadri, Lepsic, Belfour, Bozak, Eakin, Gauthier, and Hyman. So the good news about that is they said he would be back April 18th. I don't think that's too far. That's 6 days from now, so might miss a game or 2. And also more good news is that we won game number 1, so we can, we have a little bit of time here. But Jesus, talk about getting hit with the injury bug at the wrong time. Matthews goes down 3 times, and now Mitch Marner's gone down. Last year, what's his name went down as well? Frederik Andersen, right? So here we go, boys. The Toronto Maple Leafs, after winning the game in overtime in game number 1, They suffer a debilitating injury to their first-line center, Mitch Marner. Hopefully, they can still compete here on a high level without 2 of their best players. That's ridiculous, man. Hang on 1 second here, boys. All right, sorry about that. So, let's get it underway. First period, 0-0. So, quite different from the last game where we saw 6 goals in the first. This game, nothing for no one. 14 shots to 6 in favor of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Come on now, William Nylander. I know you got another heroic goal in you. Second period, still 0-0. Shots are 23-14 in favor of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Both goaltenders getting a grasp of what's going on here. They've both embarrassed at the last game. They're trying to prove that they're the real deals. Which goaltender's going to falter first? There you go. Greg Belfour, 4th line left wing. What a trade acquisition. Jake Gardiner, baby. And the Toronto Maple Leafs, 2-0 lead late here in the 3rd period. Can Frederick Harold Bluetooth Anderson hold on? I think he can, boys. And the Toronto Maple Leafs, they take a 2-0 series lead. Great job, boys. Great job with injuries to Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner for you guys to be getting goals and wins like this. This is absolutely fantastic. How many points we got here? So Greg Belfour with that huge goal. Jake Gardiner had a goal as well. Bunch of points. So yeah, it was all goaltending in that game. 3 stars. Frederik Andersen probably had, number 1. Frederick Harold Bluetooth Anderson, boys. The Toronto Maple Leafs with a 2-0 series lead. Now hang on 1 second. Oh, there we go. I don't know what keeps on popping up. So, we have a 2-0 series lead. Mitch Marner is available to play in the team's next game. Now, I wonder if I should just keep him off just in case. Hang on 1 second. Let me just take a look at everything. Okay, boys. So, look at this. Mitch Marner still has that little medic symbol beside his name. I don't think I want to play him. Considering we're in the playoffs now, Austin Matthews went down 3 times with an injury, twice because I played him too soon. We have a 2-0 series lead in the playoffs. I can understand a time that you want to play him, but we have a 2-0 series lead. I don't need him getting injured again. I am not going to bring him back into the lineup. So if he gets really pissed off because he's been scratched in a playoff game, Mitch, you're just going to have to deal with it, my man. I've got to make sure that you do not get injured again. So the Toronto Maple Leafs have a 2-0 series lead over the Buffalo Sabres. Thank God, because all these injuries are hitting us right at the wrong time. Hopefully we can take this in 3 or 4 games and give enough time for Matthews and Marner to come back and not have to be forced to play them while they're injured. So boys, back in the Air Canada Center. The site of greatness last. Oh, wait, did we win on the road? I think we won on the road. I can't remember. Shit. Well, it doesn't matter. Our fans are happy to see us. So here we go. First period. Yeah, baby. The Toronto Maple Leafs. Frederic Gauthier scores on Ben Bishop. Good job. Shots are 13-12. Second period. Yeah, baby. 2 more goals for the blue and white. Connor Carrick from the back end. He actually went in around the goal line and scored a goal. And Nazem Kadri, he continues to get big goals in the playoffs for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Third period, the Buffalo Sabres. Alex Nylander gets one early, but it's answered by William Nylander. The 2 brothers going at it. You chose the wrong team, youngin'. The Toronto Maple Leafs are much better. 5-on-3 power play, killed off. William Nylander is second of the game. This is really good. He is taking that first-line center position and running away with it. Tyler Balsack, 6-1 lead for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Hell yeah, the defending Stanley Cup champions. They ain't messing around, boys. They're playing for their teammates. They know how much it matters to win right now. In this point in the franchise of the Toronto Maple Leafs, as this team gets older, you're going to have to shell out money where the roster's not going to be the same. We won the Stanley Cup last year. We have a magical roster right now. You got to be winning these games, even through the injuries. So other people have got to step up. And William Nylander, 3 points and 2 goals. Jake Gardiner, 2 points. A +5 for Jake Gardiner. He tore it up. Oh, I feel much better now, boys. So Mitch Marner and Austin Matthews, take your time. Now, hang on a second. Jelena's gained morale because of ice time. Frederic Gauthier gained morale because of ice time. Multiple morale changes because of individual performance. See, Mitch Marner, he's lost morale for being scratched. You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. Sim to the next game. Mitch, you're injured. Calm down. There you go. He's gained morale from recovering from an injury. Let's see. Was it just Eric Jelena that one time he got disgruntled? Can you actually do that to other players and they'll actually be fine with it? Hang on a second. Let me just make sure here. It was Lepsic who I was going to take out. Let me see if he's happy or if he's sad. He's not a center. He's a right winger. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so he's still kind of happy at least. He recovered from the injury, which was good. He's still 87 overall. Lost morale from being injured. Lost morale from being scratched. Well, at least you're back to full health now. Give me a second here, boys. Okay, so he's back. First line center, Mitch Marner. I decided to put William Nylander back on the wing just because of the face-offs, even though Nylander's been playing great. And Kasperi Kapanen back down to that second line. So the Toronto Maple Leafs have a 3-0 series lead in round number 1 over the Buffalo Sabres. This is perfect. This is perfect. If anyone was worried that the injuries were going to stop the Leafs dynasty, that doesn't look that way. We seem to be okay, and unless we completely collapse here and lose 4 in a row to Buffalo, I think we're going to go off to round number 2. So, boys, let's just get this done in 4 or 5 games, okay? Come on. You know what? Screw 5. 4 games, home ice. Let's get it done right now. First period, 2 goals for the Buffalo Sabres. I shouldn't have said anything. Second period, another goal for the Buffalo Sabres. So, they're not going out in a sweep. They're looking to make at least one final stand. Ryan O'Reilly, 4th goal of the game. So game number 1, what's his name? Frederick Anderson allowed 4 goals, yet we still won in overtime. Game number 4, they get 4, but our offense is nowhere to be found. Okay. Well, at least the offense came through in games 1, 2, 3 when we had injuries. So 1 loss, I can understand that, boys. Just hopefully we don't have any injuries from that. So the Toronto Maple Leafs, they lose 4-1 in game number 4. The Buffalo Sabres, they're fighting for their lives. They get to at least 1 more game, and they get to go back home to play in front of their fans. Their GM's probably happy about that. At least 1 more game for revenue they get. All right, so nothing, no injuries. We're good. We are good. So let's just go into it, boys. Game number 5. The Toronto Maple Leafs have a 3-1 series lead. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I feel confident that we can win. We've been toasting these guys, and I don't think we're going to lose 4 in a row, but I mean, you're also setting yourself up for a horrible storyline. Come on now, Toronto. Just play well out of the gate. First period, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Logan Brown, baby. He gets a goal on Ben Bishop. Thank you, Logan. Second period. All right, I'll take that. That might have been Logan Brown's first career NHL playoff goal. I didn't even mention. Well, I just did mention it, didn't I? Resume simulation. Here we go, boys. Third period. The Toronto Maple Leafs have a 1-0 lead. If they can ride this lead out, they can go off into round number 2. Power play for Buffalo, but a shorthanded marker for Frederic Gauthier. What a penalty killer this guy is. Shots are 36-21. It's just not even fair. The Toronto Maple Leafs completely outclass the Buffalo Sabres, and they're going to take it. Round 1 in 5 games, baby, without Austin Matthews. The Toronto Maple Leafs only need 5 games to run through the Buffalo Sabres. Man, when Matthews comes back, watch the hell out. The Toronto Maple Leafs, for the second year in a row, off to the second round. That's really good. Really good. No first round exit after a Stanley Cup win. Huge, 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 huge. Jake Gardiner injured with a concussion. Estimated return is May 17th. Oh! The injuries, boys. The injuries are real. Holy crap. Jake Gardiner goes down. So him and Austin Matthews out to the middle of May. I think Matthews was back May 8th maybe, but that's a long one. Jake Gardiner's gone to the end of the, maybe even like mid-third round with that. Assistant coach, I'm just going to replace the player for right now. Simulate day. See, that was the difference from finishing them in Game 4 and going to Game 5. If we got them in 4, we would have avoided that injury, man, at a scouting assignment. Well, what are you going to do? Injuries are a part of hockey, boys. The injury bug really hit us this year. Holy shit. Forwards for 6 weeks. Sure, why not? Simulate day. Let's see what's going on around the NHL here. So Nashville beat San Jose. St. Louis beat Minnesota. Chicago beat Dallas. Ottawa beat Tampa Bay. We beat Buffalo. Islanders beat Washington. There are 2 games going to Game 7. Pittsburgh, Detroit, LA, Vancouver. Simulate day. Let's see who's going to take them both. Pittsburgh beats Detroit, and Vancouver and LA. Current round of the playoffs is over. Would you like to stop simulating? We'll go ahead with it. Let's see who made it. It was the LA Kings. They kicked out the Vancouver Canucks. And in round 2, once again, we have the Battle of Ontario, boys. What round was it last year when we had the Ottawa Senators? Was it round 2? Round 2 after round 1 was Tampa Bay, round 2 was Ottawa, round 3 was Washington, round 4 was Edmonton, correct? So once again, a round 2 Battle of Ontario, and there are only 40 wins on the regular season. Sim to next game, let me just simulate up here. So boys, we're going to end it right there. Let me know what you guys think. I think the lineup right now is working out well, but we have Jake Gardiner and Austin Matthews out with an injury. Our captain, our best forward, and our third best defenseman, second best defenseman, Jake Gardiner, I'd say third. Well, he might even be the second best. I mean, Connor Carrick is up there, but Jake is more well-rounded, right? He's got the two-way stats. You rely on that more than an offensive defenseman like Carrick, I believe. So that's going to be rough. Let's see. Austin Matthews, yes, they're out to here. So Austin Matthews, I think he said the 8th or the 9th. So you're looking to get, we're going to have to get through another series without Jake Gardiner and then Austin Matthews. And if we can get by them, the Eastern Conference Final, they may be back for that. So boys, lineups, change-ups, let me know, because we have to create a team without Austin and without Jake. So some heavy lineup changes definitely I think we need to have. So let me know, boys, and I will see you in the next one. Be sure to check out our website, 2bcsports.com, where the hockey talk continues. Find myself and others in the live interactive chat, or dive into the active forums to talk about sports and gaming. You can also find us on Twitch, where the live streams come to life.